Okay, so I had perhaps neglected to do any real research into Aurora Legend before going ahead and downloading it. I saw it really highly rated and I thought, you know what? It is an RPG. That in and of itself is more than reason enough to at least try it out and give it a chance, right? And that was the beginning of this journey, or that was the beginning of my journey at least. The characters in Aurora Legend have their own journey to undertake. See, the game begins by showing you a brief prologue of the history of the game. The bad guys are doing, or they did bad things, and the good guys came along and vanquished the bad guys. We're one of the good guys, an adventurer of sorts. After the brief prologue, we're greeted by the NPC that guides you through the introductory functions and features of the game. What instantly caught my attention though was the fact that down the bottom of the screen, my first recruit, an adorable little fire mage, was randomly doing battle with various different monsters. That is a cool little addition to the game, I thought, until a few moments had passed and I saw that I was actually receiving items and currency while she continued to repeatedly grind through things on her own. Yeah, it was at that moment that I had realized the exact kind of game that this was, an AFK RPG. And I have never ever played an AFK RPG. I've actually never played any kind of like full AFK game in my life. So you can bet that this was a very new experience to me. All I had to do was click the fight boss button down at the bottom of the screen to slowly progress through the game, but otherwise, everything else happened without any input from me at all. I mean, heck, the game continued grinding even after I logged off and closed out of the game. Having never played through an AFK RPG, I had no idea that this continued to happen, so logging into the game 2 hours later really caught me by surprise. I had tons of XP books, enough currency to do whatever I wanted with, and yeah. This was all a very interesting experience for me and kinda left me wondering, why do people actually play games like this? Like, don't get me wrong, from what I had played, it was not a bad game at all, and it is definitely not a bad looking game. Like, at its core, yeah, it is a gacha game, or it at the very least has gacha mechanics, but I don't know, I have to ask you guys, since you all play these kinds of games, what about them makes you actually play them? Like, what specifically do you enjoy about AFK RPGs or AFK games in general? Is it just that you can kind of like play them for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour at a time, then just set it aside, come back later, and you have pretty much avoided doing any kind of grinding whatsoever? Or is it the fact that it requires little to no actual input or effort from you? I am not hating on the genre, I just don't understand it. While the graphical style was definitely pretty solid, the special effects looked great, the characters and the cutscenes were all really well done, I just don't see the appeal of that little amount of input from me. I guess I'm more of just a fan of being a little more hands-on with things, but that's just my opinion, my first impressions of the game. What do you guys think though? Does this look like something you'd be interested in? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and I'll see you all next time. Peace.